Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the head coach of Zambia, Nora Häuptle, and the player, Rachel Kundananji. Rachel, welcome. Coach, welcome.
Thank you.
So, as usual, I'm going to ask the first question to the coach and the player before open the floor to the journalist. Coach, how is the mood within the national team ahead of tomorrow's game?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. Welcome, everybody. Basically, we have a good mood. The opening game for us went well, but we also know that the game against Nigeria will be a completely different game. So we keep our feet on the ground. It's still that we try to keep the focus high. We worked here and there on certain things, which we needed to adjust against Nigeria. The mood is perfect already. I think this is not our doubts, that we are not in good mood, and we are good to go for tomorrow.
Thank you, Rachel. Tomorrow's match against Nigeria is one of the biggest features in the group stage. How is your team approaching this challenge?
Thank you for the question. I think, as the coach said, the morale is high and the team is ready, and we understand it's not an easy task because it's the game that will determine both teams' fate and the game that will make everything easy or tough. But it won't be an easy game, and we're just looking forward for it and do our best.
Thank you. First question here.
Coach, good morning. Good morning, Rachel. My name is Mike Morocco from Zambia. I have two questions, one for the coach and one for Rachel. For coach, you are facing a Nigeria side that lost what many feel is a shock result against Malawi. How dangerous do you think they will be, knowing that they need a win at all costs to stand a chance of survival at this tournament?
Yeah, indeed, the Nigeria lost their starting game. They will come all in because they need to win this game. Otherwise, when they lose, they're out of tournament. So, but I think you also need to look a little bit differentiated on their performance. It was not the Nigeria had not the chances. They had a very good start in the game against Malawi, missed some chances. So I think we are aware of the strength. We are aware that that they can level up. Also, we are fully prepared and expect the full stamina of them, of course. But for us, it's then on the other hand to just go back to us. We are very focused on ourselves. We have a clear plan how we want to approach them, and we also discussed today. It's about the execution of this plan. A plan is only as good as we bring it on the pitch. So it's we always bounce back to us and focus on our task. And we believe deeply that when we bring this plan in the perfection on the pitch, that we are able also to challenge and beat Nigeria.
Yeah.
Coach, this is Victor Ademola for Sports.com from Nigeria. Coach, you had a good game in the opener against Egypt, scored 6 goals. Now facing Nigeria, you must win for Nigeria as well. Would the approach to be a revenge mission, looking at what happened at the last WAFCON, or would it play it safe and maybe go for a draw because that could be enough for you?
Well, my team Zambia never plays for a draw. It's not in our nature. We always chase for a lead in a game. Of course, you remind us right that in the last edition we lost against Nigeria in the quarterfinal. We took a lot of learnings out of this game. As I said in the last conference, we got tactical much more flexible. So I think we can also surprise Nigeria with 1-2 points, which we adjusted. And we grow as a team through this year. We played the FIFA series against top 20 oppositions of the world, exactly also to learn of these high level games. So I think the summary of all those learnings makes us stronger, let us grow. I have a lot of confidence in my team that we bring our performance tomorrow on the point. And how it will look like exactly, I don't tell you.
Is that?
Coach Rachel, my name is Samuel Lapan and I write for Power Second News Nigeria. Since 2018, Zambia hasn't lost a group stage game, which is quite an amazing feat. The last team to beat Zambia in the group stage is the Super Falcons. My question is, what is your motivation and inspiration going to this game?
Well, we don't count so much, what was the last defeat or victory. We are just carpe diem. We are living in the today. Every game is a new challenge, and for me, I feel this joy, to battle us with one of the best teams in Africa. This is, I'm always curious, how do we enter in the game? Is our approach gripping? Are we able to execute the plan? So I always have this deep joy and curiosity to battle us with the best teams in the world. I expect it will be a very high intensity in the game. Also, when we observe Malawi, Nigeria, the intensity of the game, it was such a joy to watch those two teams, running the shit out of each other, what I mean, challenging. So I think we are fully prepared to lay all our stamina in. We speak a lot about Rudy's one of favorite word is akalata. This time it's akalata, of course, transition forward, but also we will also need to akalata backwards. So I expect this high intensity, and I'm just fully in the moment and full of joy and curious. And we can just not wait to start the game.
Good afternoon, Coach. My name is Godfrey Fundi from Zambia. Coach, against Egypt, we witnessed one of the most exciting styles of football that the girls played. Do we expect a change in style, seeing that we are playing a wounded opponent? And to you, Rachel, how are you guys preparing yourself to face Nigeria, especially that they are coming from a defeat at the hands of Malawi?
I think, we all know that it won't be an easy game, and we just need to be prepared mentally and physically also. And sometimes I always say that the ball is round, it doesn't matter how tough the opponents are, but like the ball is round, it's how you take it, like your approach and everything. The team is fully prepared for it, and we've been preparing for this game just from the day we were drawn in the same group, knowing how tough it is. So it's not new to us. It's not our first time playing Nigeria. We know what they are capable of, and I'm sure they also know what we are capable of. So we are ready for that.
Next question.
Yes, Samuel Lapan again from Nigeria. Coach, the game between Egypt. In transitioning, the Zambians were amazing in the final third, in transitioning to the final third. And there were times where the Egyptian had glimpses. When you transition, there are loopholes in that defense that the Egyptians tried to punish, but they were not clinical enough. Looking at this, that transitioning to defense and regrouping back, it's a big or a slight problem for the Zambian side. Do you see that the Nigerian attacking side can punish you when you come back against them on Saturday?
Yes, I understand your question. Basically, I don't see problems. We always work for solutions. And as I mentioned, the transitions into attack will be decisive, that we use our akalata. And then it's also the transitions in our defense, which will be crucial that we defend them. I think there I would name that our rest defense needs to be set properly. So that's when we attack, that our defenders already cover, their strikers in the knowing in case we lose a ball that we have grip and can avoid the counter-attack very early. I think it's a topic which also is in our focus. In my perception, we had a very good evolution in the last months in this topic. It's an ongoing work, but I think our grip was very good against Egypt in the rest defense, and it needs to be also on the top tomorrow. I agree.
Good name. My question is to Rachel. Coach spoke about Nigeria being one of the top teams in Africa, 10-time champions. What message would a win send to the rest of the world of the levels that Zambian football has reached?
We've played so many times against Nigeria, and knowing how tough the game is, I think us winning this game will mean a lot, not just to us, but to the whole entire nation as Zambia, and as a team, it's a motivation, and, it's good playing against big players, like playing against big teams, it even motivates us to do better, because as many times as we play them, that's how we become good also. It's more like we are challenging ourselves also.
Question? Yeah.
So Rachel, Zambia football has improved over the years significantly. Qualified for the Olympics back to back. Also qualified for the World Cup for the first time in 2022. Defeated Nigeria in the third place match, I remember, and you're excited. Now, do you have a message to the fans back home about assurances this time around to also pick the World Cup ticket to Brazil?
Yeah, I think the fans should just continue being supportive, because they've been supportive all the way. We have come together a long way. Both in the bad times and in good times, they are always there for us. And I just want to say they should continue, supporting us and encouraging us, because with their encouragements, that's what is keeping us going higher, because we know what we want and we know who we are, and we'll never give up as Team Zambia, because Zambia kuchalo or nothing.
Mark?
Good afternoon, Coach. My question is to the captain. You look confident, you smell confident, and it's like you guys already did your maths in the camp that if you win this, you draw this, you qualify, and then you have an easy route to the World Cup, if you understand. But I'll put it to you, don't you think the Egyptian team or squad made Zambia look strong? Because from the performance, you had lots of chances, balls kicked out here and there, missed pass here and there. So going back to the game, don't you think you should sit back a little and watch your foot going forward?
Yeah, as you heard Coach saying, we don't look at problems but solutions. We learn through mistakes, and every mistake we'll learn something new, and we always go back on the drawing board, to find a solution, which our coaches helped us to do. And it was our first game, and as you know, always our first games are always tough, very difficult. There's no big team, there's no small team. It's just how you approach the game. But believing in my team, and we are always confident. We always smile. That's what Zambia is known of. We are always happy people, and this is our game. We need to enjoy the game. If we are not enjoying them, we're not doing anything.
Question?
Coach, once again, good afternoon. You're one coach that is well known for keeping faith in experience and veteran players. And you spoke about resetting the defensive. The team has to withstand explosive Nigerian attacking football. Do we see you talking with the team going into tomorrow's game, or it is a question of if it is not
So you ask about our defense structure, am I right?
Do we see any chances? You spoke about resetting going into tomorrow's game,
Mm-hmm.
or it's a question of don't fix it if it is not work?
Yeah, I think basically you need to understand in our approach that we have certain principles which are overlasting. I don't know, I can give you an example, like you need to defend the inner line against your opposition. You cannot lose the inner line towards the goal. It's a very simple principle for a player, you know. And so our principles, they stay always the same. We need to do certain thing in the 1v1 always good, you know, in terms of in dedication of these principles. But of course, you observe then also your opposition, and then it's a bit the game plan, you know, which is then be adjusted towards also the opposition's strengths and weaknesses, you know. I mean, we know that Nigeria, the attacking midfielders are top. They like to drive deep out of the second line, you know. So you need to be able to defend them, to pick them up. As one example, and this is then the game plan. How do you approach systemic-wise, you know, these threats who are coming? And on the other hand, we also know where their weaknesses are, and that we also find these spaces, you know. So principles, they're always the same. We continue working on them, level up, and then we also try to find the right key or match or in terms of the game plan, you know. And this can always be different. So I think there we also worked out a good plan. I'm really curious. And then you always need to be adaptive. You need to see the first 15, 20 minutes, how do we enter into the game? Is it gripping, or there's also then usually a second plan, you know, which we can take. But let's see tomorrow.
One more question. No more question? It's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today pretty much press conference for Group C. Thank you all for your attendance and your question. We wish all 4 teams the very best in tomorrow's match. Thank you, coach. Thank you, chair. And we wish Zambia all the best also for tomorrow's game. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice afternoon.